This is part two of module three, a video on the readings and resources of the seminar New Meanings of Society. And as you may remember from the end of the last video, ended with a comment regarding this article by Malcolm Gladwell, Small Change. His main argument being that social media, Twitter, Facebook, and other such platforms are not really the major motors of social change or social revolution, but many other factors, some of which he mentions in this particular video. Um, the other site I wanted to mention, we will be looking at a number of um, audiovisual sites, one of which is this National Public Radio site, and this particular one has the full transcript of the radio presentations on it. So, if you're not interested in listening to the particular piece, you can read about it. The BBC published broadcast last year a four-part series with the title "The Digital," or sometimes later called "The Virtual Revolution." In the series, it's in itself a very interesting, informative 4 hours to spend with this series. But in addition to that, it has a very rich website that we'll be looking at in a couple of the activities during the course. Yet another audiovisual source we'll look at is called Frontline in the United States. It's a public service service. Digital Nation is a series of short items that are on that site, and we'll look at some of them. The TED site by O'Neill Publications provides many audiovisual materials, much more general in nature, some of which deal with new media related items, such as this 18-minute piece. All of the items are 18 minutes by the founder of WikiLeaks, and we'll look at some of those materials as well. Now, of a totally different nature are the sites, audiovisual sites, uh, repositories maintained by academic institutions like the Berkman Center at Harvard. And this particular one is very rich with AV materials, and this is an example of one of them, a lunchtime discussion with the two people in the back giving a presentation on the kind of support mechanisms they provided for activists in the Middle East during the recent riots, uprisings, revolution. Oxford Internet Institute also has a very rich archive of AV materials, mainly presentations at that institute. We'll look at some of those as well. They're quite interesting. This is a site maintained by a publisher, a major publisher in the social sciences, Sage Publications, and as I mentioned before, they've recently, in the last 4 months or so, established a social media site called Communication Space, where all kinds of things can be found on it, additional resources, a discussion forum they call Community, all kinds of subgroups on various topics. Sometimes they provide access to free articles on them. Um, this is a collage of the blogs made last year by students in this seminar, and I'm showing it to you for the color, but also to indicate that indeed very informative blogs can and will be made by you this year. It's one of the course activities, and there's more about information about that, but I just wanted to indicate that it will be coming. Sample assignment on another location, another video. I'll share some information directly about it. Essentially, the reading assignments. This is the basic website itself. It's very straightforward. The shared documents is where most of the things are. This happens to be from a discussion forum from last year, which we'll duplicate. This is just one example of a contribution, a posting to a discussion. We'll probably use this software, Emulate it's called, for webcasting, video casting. I'm running out of time, so I'll do it quickly. The headphone is terribly important. And this is a list of the shared documents last year.